Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel Tarot C. I'm Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what the messages are with the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what messages come through and what cards come out. So we have the Six of Swords showing up in the reverse. We do have air sign energy. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And we have the Hermit. And we have the Queen of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So this Ten of Pentacles showing up here at the bottom of the deck, this is a pretty committed energy. I do feel like with this Ten of Pentacles showing up over here, this does also feel like having an end goal in mind when it comes to a situation. I do feel like it's long-term potential within this connection. But with the Six of Swords showing up in the reverse, I really do feel like this is an inability to move on from a connection and move on from you. I do feel this could be past energy, but I also feel that this is something that somebody is going through presently where they just can't get over. They can't get over their feelings. They can't get over a situation. There is the sense of needing to resolve an issue. And I do feel like it's something that this person has on their mind and wants to be able to bring up, to be able to work through with you. With the Hermit card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy that feels quite reserved. I do feel like a little bit of an isolated energy. And I do feel like with this Hermit card showing up over here, there is a sense of also really thinking about things and really trying to make sense of things, or trying to really gain some perspective and introspection. With this Hermit card, this does feel like an energy of kind of isolating yourself. I do feel like it could be for a reason of wanting to gain space, for the sake of gaining more clarity, and also just being able to get to a space where there's a sense of actually gaining more wisdom and even just understanding of where you are with things for yourself in the silence. I do feel like with this Queen of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like a pretty confident energy. I also feel that when it comes to this Queen of Wands, that this does feel like somebody taking bold action in this connection towards you. I do feel like this does also feel like a lot of attraction here. It's kind of motivating that. But I do feel like you're dealing with somebody who is someone who's not afraid to actually take action towards what they want. And I do feel like that's what they do. And it does feel like with this Queen of Wands showing up over here, that this does feel like this person is someone who's very attractive, or this person is really deeming you as someone who's very attractive. And that's something that's quite big in this connection as well. I do feel like with this Queen of Wands showing up over here, that there's also this confidence. And I do feel like it's a bold way that they take action towards you. And I do feel like there is action being taken towards you in the sense that they're approaching you, they're pursuing you. And I do feel like this does feel like they're getting your attention in one way or another. And I do feel like it's hard to miss. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we do have the King of Pentacles. We have the Six of Cups. And we have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. So this Queen of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like a pretty loving and caring energy. I do feel like there's a lot of care here. I do feel like emotionally there's a strong investment and connection over here as well within this connection. And especially at this time, this is something especially being felt quite strongly. I do feel like with this King of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of somebody who is, this is someone who's older, or this is somebody who's quite there's somebody who's quite far as in their feelings about you. I do feel like this is something that is not new. I do feel like there's the sense of also being in a position where they really want to protect what you have. There's a difficulty in letting it go. This person's having a hard time moving on. I also feel that when it comes to any kind of a situation of even having to entertain the idea of letting go, this person is holding on. I do feel like with this King of Pentacles though, this can also be a little bit of a possessive energy. Do you feel like there is this feeling of not wanting to let go, and that coming from an egoic place? But I do feel that there is a desire to be able to have communication and a desire to be able to hold on. With the Six of Cups strung up over here, this does feel like an energy of even having very deep and genuine feelings for somebody. I do feel like with the Six of Cups, this can be a past person as well. And I do feel like with the Six of Cups, this is really having feelings for somebody that even when apart, it's like those feelings are there and they're genuine and real, that won't go away. So I do feel like it's a loving energy. But I do feel like with the Six of Cups, this is also about being able to reflect on past emotions and how those have affected you. And I do feel like with the Six of Cups showing up over here, this is about being able to actually find a place of peace. And I do feel like there's a sense of also reminiscing on the past with the Six of Cups showing up over here. But with the Four of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an open energy. And I do feel like there is a sense of gaining somebody's trust and being able to have a more open energy and between the two of you. I do feel like this person is someone who is quite open with you, or getting to that place where it's easy to open up to you. And I do feel like they're sharing with you a lot. And I do feel like with this Four of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, this also feels like you're dealing with someone who's quite generous. I do feel like they're generous with their emotions, they're generous with their time, they're generous with their resources. But I do feel like this is an energy of really putting this person in a space where they feel like being generous towards you. And I do feel like they are in a space, they are going to offer you that. So it's a lot of generosity and kindness. And I do feel that with that Queen of Cups, this really can be something that brings that side out in a person. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have the South Node with life steps, and we have the 6th house with routine, and we have the North Node with life purpose. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the water element with sensing. So I do feel like there is a strong intuitive connection over here, even with this Queen of Swords. But you could be dealing with a water sign with this card. I do feel like you could be dealing with another Cancer, a Pisces, or even a Scorpio. But there's a lot of feeling over here, but there's also the sense of being able to pick up on each other emotionally. And I do feel like there is also this intuitive understanding that you can have with this person because of coming from a place where emotionally, I do feel like there is an understanding here. But with the South Node coming out over here, this does feel like past energy. I do also feel like really being able to address or have a sense of really having closure around past issues with this 6 of Swords. I do feel like this person is in a space where they can't get over something from the past. And I do feel like with the South Node card coming out over here, this is about being able to work through that and learn from that. I do feel like with the 6th house card showing up over here, with the 6th house being a Virgo ruled house, this does feel like you could be dealing with a Virgo. Even with the Hermit card, I'm also getting Virgo energy. But with the 6th house card showing up over here, this really does feel like being able to get to a place of normalcy. And I do feel like there is a sense of being able to experience a sense of normalcy where perhaps in the past there may have been the sense of really thinking a lot about this connection, even in the daily routine, and when it comes to being able to actually do things that come up in life that are pretty normal, pretty mundane. But with the 6th house card showing up over here, this also feels like a house of service. And I do feel like this is about being able to experience, learning from an experience, and actually being able to direct it into something more productive. I do feel like though with the North Node card showing up over here, this is about the future. And I do feel like with this North Node card showing up over here, this does feel like healing and growing, and also a sense of being able to actually experience finding out what's the meaning and the purpose of this connection. I do feel that with this like North Node card showing up over here, this is an energy of also the future pertaining and getting that pertaining to the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles, this is also pretty forward focused and future oriented, especially when it comes to being able to grow and be able to build towards something, then being able to even leave a legacy. So I do feel like this is actually about being able to actually work through something and get to a pretty good place. With this Queen of Cups showing up over here, I do feel like there is a very loving and genuinely loving energy over here when it comes to the emotional connection. I do feel like with this North Node card showing up over here, this is also about being able to get to a place where I do feel like there's a goal being reached. I do feel like there's also a lot of learning happening, and I feel that that's on a personal level, individual level, but also I do feel like with this person, it's something that you're learning from this person or you're teaching to this person. And I do feel like it's not something you're doing deliberately. It could even just by your experience with this connection. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Cancer, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Cancer.